So you got a denial from the VA. Look, I get it. It's frustrating. It feels like a dead end. But I want you to completely reframe that thought right now. This is not the end. This is the start of a new mission, and it's a mission we can absolutely win. Welcome to your official briefing for Special Mission 9, the Appeal Recovery Mission. Let's get into it.
First up, let's cover the mission brief. We're going to get a high-level overview of the entire operation. You got to understand the objective, the terrain, and the rules of engagement before you can even think about moving out. This is where we build our strategy.
Now, let's be crystal clear about who this is for. If you went through the whole process, you filed your claim, and you got that denial letter in the mail, then you are in exactly the right place. This entire briefing is built for you, and it's all about how we turn that no into a yes.
So, what's our objective here? It's simple, but it's not easy. We're not just going to resubmit the same old paperwork and cross our fingers. No way. The mission is to strategically reopen your claim and hit them with powerful, undeniable evidence, backed by a smart appeal plan. That's how we secure the win.
Okay, moving on. Before you can plan a successful attack, you have to understand why the last one failed. So think of this as our threat assessment. We're about to break down the most common reasons the VA denies claims so we can see them coming and build a plan to defeat them.
These right here are the usual suspects. Things like a bad CNP exam. That's the VA's own evaluation of your condition. Or, and this is a big one, a lack of a medical nexus. A nexus is just that critical link. It's a doctor's opinion that says your condition is at least as likely as not because of your service. Without it, your claim falls apart. The VA sees these as holes in your case. But here's the thing. They're not roadblocks, they're just obstacles. And every single one of them can be overcome.
All right, we've identified the threats. Now let's talk about the solution. This next part, this is your primary assignment. Your success, honestly, it all comes down to your ability to gather the critical intelligence, the evidence, that's going to be the backbone of this entire appeal. This is where you take charge.
But here's the deal. You can't just throw a mountain of paperwork at the VA. It's not about quantity, it's all about quality. The evidence has to meet a very specific three-part standard. It must be new, relevant, and material. So let's break down exactly what that means.
First up, new. This one's pretty simple. It's anything the VA has never seen before. That could be recent medical records, a powerful new nexus letter from a private doctor, or even detailed statements from your spouse or buddies who've seen how this condition affects you. If they've already reviewed it, it's not new. Next, the evidence has to be relevant. This is just a fancy way of saying it has to actually matter. It needs to directly attack the very reason you were denied. So if they denied you saying there was no link to service, well, relevant evidence is a new doctor's opinion that clearly establishes that link. It has to have a real chance of changing their minds.
And finally, material. This is all about proving the fundamentals. You know that three-legged stool of a VA claim, right? You need a current diagnosis, an event that happened in service, and that nexus connecting the two. Material evidence is any proof that strengthens one of those three essential legs.
This quote right here cuts straight to the point. Your advocate, they're the strategist. They build the case, they write the arguments, but you are the operator on the ground. It is your responsibility to generate this medical evidence. You have to go to the appointments, you have to get the records, you have to secure that intel. It's a team effort, for sure. Okay, let's talk logistics. For any mission to succeed, everyone needs to know their job and they need to know the timeline. This is all about managing expectations, because let me tell you, this process can be a real test of your patience. Now, take a good look at this, because this is where patience becomes your superpower. The first part, gathering your evidence, that's on your clock. It takes as long as it takes. Once you hand that over, your advocate needs about 4 to 6 weeks to build the case and file it. And then we wait. We're in the VA's hands, and that's typically an 8 to 12-month process. So yeah, patience is an absolute requirement. So let's make this super clear. Let's talk division of labor. Your job is to get the proof. That means the current diagnosis, the medical nexus opinion, the treatment records, the detailed statements. Your advocate's job, that's all about strategy. They're going to prepare the game plan, review the denial letter with you, draft all the materials, and guide you on the overall strategy. It's a true partnership, and we both have to do our part.
And listen up, because this is a critical piece of intel. Pull out your denial letter and look at the date. If that decision is more than 1 year old, the normal appeals lane is closed. To reopen the fight, we have to use a specific form,
the VA Form 0995, and it absolutely has to come with that new and relevant evidence we've been talking about. This is non-negotiable.
Okay, you've received the briefing. You understand the mission, the threats, and the strategy. Now it's time to execute. So let's boil all this down into a clear, simple, actionable checklist. These are your immediate next steps to get this appeal recovery mission off the ground today. This is your action plan. Step 1, check the date on that decision letter. Is it over a year old? Step 2, get a current medical diagnosis. 3, secure that written medical nexus opinion. 4, write a detailed personal statement. 5, get all that evidence together and upload it to your client portal. And finally, step 6, shoot your advocate an email to schedule that all-important decision letter review. That's what kicks this all off.
Before we wrap this up, I want to leave you with one last stark warning. I know the temptation to rush this is real, but cutting corners is the fastest way to another denial. Submitting a weak case doesn't just get you denied again, it can lock you into an appeals backlog that takes years to get out of. We have one shot to do this right.
So there you have it. The strategy is laid out. The objective is clear. You have the intelligence, you have the action plan. This is your opportunity to take command of your claim and fight for the benefits that you've earned. Your mission is clear. The only question left is, are you ready to begin?